Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama. I am filming on my phone today because I'm having like major technical issues, and I am also extremely time crunched. So I wanted to really quickly jump on today and do a video that probably a lot of you saw coming. We are here in the United States, which means we are beginning sort of the quarantine process. A lot of us have kids who are currently not in school. A lot of us are working from home. We have husbands who are working from home, and it's just been new. It's a new temporary normal, and we're all trying to figure it out. I have both my kids at home. My husband is working from home. I have my stepson who also lives with us, who is grown. Fun fact to throw at you today, but he's also home from work living with us. So there's a bunch of us all in the house, and there are two of us who run our own businesses, myself and my husband, who are trying to make everything work, and we're just learning on our feet. I'm assuming that there's a bunch of you who are in a somewhat similar circumstance. We all have our own unique things that we're going through, but I figured if there's anything that I could offer today, it might be a little bit of my own personal tips and advice on like how to survive social distancing. So this morning I just kind of sat down and I started thinking about what are the things that we're doing or are going to be doing, and I put a little list together, and today we're going to go through all 5 of those things. So these are 5 ways to help survive social distancing and keep your sanity. One of the first things that I want to talk about is, of course, feeling connected to the people that you love and making sure you're still getting to see them. I know a lot of us use FaceTime, and that's wonderful, but for me personally, it can sometimes be challenging to like sit on the phone with someone, especially when I have children running around. It's just hard. Like a kid falls down and needs kisses or wants a snack or something, and you need to be able to kind of disconnect and go take care of your kid and be present with them and then come back. So one of the things that I strongly recommend if you're not using it already is an app called Marco. The great thing about it is that it works on iPhone and Android. So if you have someone that you want to FaceTime with, but they don't have an iPhone, this is a nice solution for that. What's amazing about Marco, and this is what me and my team use almost exclusively, even for our business meetings, is that you can record a video message and leave it for the other person, and they can come watch it and respond whenever is convenient for them. Marco actually does give you a notification when the person is live, which means you can tune in and watch live, and there's actually a little bubble up above so they can see that you are there watching them live, and you can see that you're watching them live. So you still get a feeling of togetherness when you see that other person's bubble on your screen. You know they're watching you in real time. There's emojis that go down the side of the screen so you can actually love something or laugh emoji or thumbs up it as they're talking, so you can have a little bit of interaction. And then once they're done talking, they just click the button and you can hop right on and talk. So it's really easy to have a back and forth with someone if you're both there sitting down talking on Marco. But if you're both sort of like in and out, doing things throughout your day, you can just pop on and say hello and respond to each other as the day goes on. This is how I almost entirely stay in contact with my best friend, Nicole. This is how I stay in contact with Jen, Perpetual Mommy. Ashley, Gator Mom, like those people that I talk to on a semi-regular basis, and I want to see their face, but I might not necessarily have the time to FaceTime with them. That's how we communicate, and it's just, I love it. So it's a free app. I recommend that you download it. You can get it from the App Store or the Google Play Store or whatever, and you can start using that to maintain contact with people that you might not be getting able to see right now because of social distancing or quarantine, if that's going on where you live. The next thing that I recommend is nothing new. It's just something like even like the WHO and the CDC, they're all saying this, like go out for walks. You can go for walks. That is free and it's safe and it's fun, and take your kids with you because they are going to need some outdoors time. One of the first things that I did when this first started going down was I came up here to the warehouse and I got my Wonderfold and my Keens, and I took them both home with me. I leave them here because a lot of times when we're at work, I like to take my kids on walks around the area, or I just like cart them around inside the warehouse, just run them around and have a good time like that. But I wanted to have those with me at my house so that I could take my kids on walks. I have the Keens because it's got a better sort of canopy so that if it starts raining, I just feel like they're a little bit better protected from the elements with that. But I also brought the Wonderfold for nice days because it's got the seats that lift them up. So they're actually sitting up above the edge of the wagon and they can see everything a little bit better. And we're gonna be getting out and going on a lot of walks because I feel personally like that's just something that they're gonna need and I'm going to need. I've got sort of like a list of little games that we're gonna play while we're out on walks to keep them engaged. I do feel that going on a walk is not the right time to hand them a tablet and have them just sit and look at their tablet. I want to be doing things like, let's see how many green things we can find, or doing a scavenger hunt, like look for a bird's nest in a tree, or look for a fire hydrant, little things that you can have them look for to keep them engaged and excited. And I'm learning, like, getting them outdoors. And I know this, but especially when we're all stuck inside the house, days lately that I have gotten them out of the house, even just for a walk, their attitude, their energy level, everything has just been so much better. And I have found my own attitude to be a lot better too. So if you're living in a climate where you can get out and walk, I really recommend that. My next advice is actually something that a member of my Sensible Mama Chat-O-Rama community suggested, and I just think it's brilliant. Her name is Christy. I will actually link her YouTube down below because she's got a really great channel as well. But she mentioned to some people in our chat group who were sort of worrying about having their kids home. She said she is a work from home mom. She's done it for years and she's got several children at home with her. And she gave kind of a list of things that she recommends. And one of them that really stood out to me was, I think a lot of us are thinking like, oh, I'm going to go out and buy some new toys for my kids. I'll order them on Amazon or from the Sensible Mama or whatever, and get some fresh toys in the house, which I think is great. But if you're not in a financial situation to do that, what Christy recommended, which I thought was so cool, was at night when the kids go to bed, put away all of their toys except for a few of them. And those are the toys that they're going to play with that next day. And then at the end of that day, put those toys away and bring out new ones. It's a way of keeping the toys that you already have in your home fresh and exciting to them, so that they're not just like spreading themselves thin, playing with every single toy and game that you have in the house, and then getting bored with those really quickly. So that's tip number 3. I think it's a great one, and I thank Christy for sharing that with my community. My next suggestion, which is tip number 4, is to do a daily spring cleaning chore. There are tons of free lists online of like daily spring cleaning stuff. I'm gonna link a couple of my favorites down below, but this is a great time to start working on cleaning your house. I mean, what else are you gonna do on some of these days? I'm gonna be posting in the Sensible Mama Chat-O-Rama like a daily or every other day sort of chore that we're all gonna do, anyone who wants to do it, as just a way to feel accomplished, get our living spaces more clean and organized, because I'll be honest, with everyone in my home right now, we're making messes faster, we're getting cramped faster, and just everything feels better when things are clean. And when I start looking at these spring cleaning lists, I start realizing like I declutter every day, but there's a lot of stuff that just needs to be done that I don't pay that much attention to, that once I'm done, gosh, it feels so much better. And you wouldn't think things like getting the dust off of your ceiling fan is something I don't think of all that often, but once I do it, I'm like, oh, I feel so much better in this room, as though that dust was really affecting me before. But you know what I mean? It's a way to feel accomplished, feel like you're doing something, and also making your shared living space feel a little bit bigger and more comfortable while you're home. The last tip is another app that I want to suggest to you, and I just think it's awesome. It is the Google Arts and Culture app, and it is really, really awesome. There are all kinds of really cool things that you can do there. You can do like virtual tours of museums, you can check out artwork and things like that. One of my absolute favorite things inside of this app is you can do a virtual like art stand inside of your own home. And I know that sounds crazy. I'll put a little video here showing you what it's like, but you can actually like use your camera and move it around on your floor and designate where you want like an art stand to go. And then it will put a piece of art there, and you can back up and you can see this huge piece of art literally inside whatever room you're in. It is fascinating. I think it's one of the coolest things, and it's something that I personally like to just sit down and do while I'm trying to have some downtime just to relax. But it's also something I'm going to be doing with my kids. They think it's cool to see a piece of art like miraculously appear in their room on my phone. And it's just something that I think could bring a lot of fun and newness to your household, especially if you have already streamed everything that you want to stream and you're all caught up on all your Netflix stuff. Like, this is just a really cool app to be using. So guys, this is a really rushed last minute video. I'm just trying to get done in the midst of all the other craziness. I hope that in here are some things that you can use while you're either social distancing or actually stuck at home. I hope that you and your families are doing well. I hope that your spirits are high despite the fact things are just a little weird and different right now. And like I said in my video on Monday, I am going to be continuing my upload schedule as long as I possibly can. Again, you know my situation, everyone's home, and I also still have the Sensible Mama to run, but as long as I conceivably can, I will be here on YouTube making my videos. In addition, this is like a bonus tip. If you are bored or lonely, you're looking for a community, the Sensible Mama Chat-O-Rama on Facebook is poppin'. Like, we are busy, and we are trying to create a positive, happy, warm, and inviting place for people to be during these uncertain times. We've been posting daily games and fun threads, and like I said, we're gonna be doing like a daily chore together or whatever. I'm gonna be going live there a few times a week just to catch up with everyone and hopefully do some encouragement and uplifting. So whether you love talking about motherhood or talking about diaper bags or just daily life, or you have questions, this is a great place to be. We're just keeping it fun and exciting and trying to continue with life as normal as possible right now, because I think people need that. So if you're not already a member, I will link that down in the description box. You can come join us. We are known as one of the kindest and most friendly mom groups on Facebook, and that's something that I'm very proud of, and we hold that very dear to our hearts. So I'd love to have you there. If not, that's okay too. I'll keep seeing you here on YouTube. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Love ya, mean it always. Mwah! And I'll see you in the next one.